My name is Hannah Hobbs, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the access test. So, first of all, the access test is given to students who are identified as ESL students or English as a second language in what's called the WIDA consortium states. And this test is given to track those students' English proficiency levels. The access assesses the four language domains, which are speaking, writing, listening, and reading. And the access test also uses information from the English language development standards, which are the language of math, the language of science, the language of social studies, the language of language arts, and social and instructional language. We use the access test to improve our instruction and assessment of ESL students. And we also use it to meet legal requirements because by law we're required to track the progress of our students who are not native English speakers. And we also use this to make important decisions for our students and to know our students' proficiency levels. So the way that this would typically work in a real life setting is that whoever is responsible for the ESL students in your building would sit down with a mainstream teacher and the parent, and they would discuss the access scores. And at that point, the parent and the teacher and the ESL teacher would make any decisions such as more pull-out time, less pull-out time, what the teacher could be doing in class, basically any decision that would aid in helping that student succeed. It's also important for us to know our students' proficiency levels because we need to know what levels or what areas they're struggling in. So if a student has a level 1, which is the lowest level in listening, but a level 5, which is the highest level in speaking, then we as teachers know that we should be focusing on listening. So this is important because in order for our students to make the progress that they need to meet, we need to know what we need to be working on. And there are also really good resources out there to help you learn more about what the access test is. And actually on the WIDA website, there are sample items of an access test and what it looks like. And this is really good for teachers to see because it kind of helps you know what you should be working on in class and what each student should be able to do when the time comes around to take the access test. Also, when that meeting that I was talking about takes place, each teacher gets a report of access scores and they get to hang on to that report. And a lot of times too they get to see the progress of the student, which is important because if they're not making progress then we need to figure out what to do, and if they are then we need to figure out how to continue with that. So that's just a brief overview of the access test, and I hope it was helpful to you.